What is up, guys? My name is Ronnie and welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, I'm going to be doing a palette comparison between the Urban Decay Naked Reloaded palette and the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette, and talking way too much. So if that is something that you're interested in, keep on watching. Hello. So yes, new background, new everything. A lot has happened, but hi, I'm back. Here we are. Let's just jump right into this. I think I talked about this while I was actually doing my makeup. So I do want to let you know that the Urban Decay Reloaded palette is half off. It has gone from $50 to $25 in Sephora, both in-store and on Kohl's online only. I think they sold out on Sephora online, so I'll have the Kohl's online linked. Wow, I'm having a grand old time with my words tonight. I will have Kohl's online linked down below if this is something that you're interested in, but Sephora online, I just can't find it anymore, so I think they might have sold out. I don't know if they're discontinuing this palette because I still see it on Ulta's website and Urban Decay's website full price. So if my information changes, if it's outdated, I'm sorry. Anyway, I got this in gratis the first time that it released, and I thought that it looked a lot like this, the Sultry palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I think this had come out the previous holiday season, actually. I knew that this wasn't like a copy of it just because it had come out too fast. Like, production had just been too fast. I think it had just happened to be happenstance, but it was just like, oh man, stinks for them. But it also kind of failed to make an impact for that reason, because this had just come out and because this was in Anastasia Beverly Hills heyday before, you know, 2019 happened and they just released everything. It had that against it, and also it's Naked Reloaded. It's a rebrand of the original Naked palette, which they had discontinued, and that palette was very, very beloved. Even though it was a decade-old palette, it was a cult classic. So even though Urban Decay had been like a lackluster brand in recent years before, you know, releasing this, it kind of felt like a slap in the face to, you know, customers that had come to like love that palette and love the brand. I will put up both of these palettes for this though. Something I will say in the Urban Decay Naked Reloaded's favor is, since the shimmers, like these two in particular, pull more red than any of these shimmers, I will say that the pink, the pop of pink over here, retro, I do think that that makes it feel a little bit more cohesive. So let's get into these swatches. Pivoting over here, because as you can see, there is nothing other than my cart of shame of eyeshadow palettes. So swatch time. Starting off, we have Bribe and Fresh. Bribe is more of a neutral cream tone, while Fresh is more of a yellow toned cream tone. Yes, but they're both matte. Next, we have Barely Baked and Steampunked. Barely Baked is slightly more champagne, while Steampunked is a very reflective true gold shimmer. Next, we have Angel Fire and Pearl. These are very, very similar shades, a pale pink base with light pink reflective shimmers. However, Anastasia Beverly Hills' formula is a little bit more consistent. Next, we have Retro and Bloom. Again, a similar shade and tone, but this time it's a pink matte, but Bloom is just slightly darker. Next, we have Reputation and Rose Quartz. Reputation is darker and more red, while Rose Quartz is more pink and has slight golds and green reflex. Next, we have Burn and Teak. Both are brown shimmers, but Burn is more of, again, a red toned brown, while Teak is more of a neutral brown. Then we have Endgame and Dystopian. Both are cool toned brown mattes with barely any difference. Next, we have Dreamweaver and Ember. Dreamweaver is a cool toned brown shimmer with silver reflex, while Ember is a neutral toned brown shimmer with silver reflex. Next, we have Distilled and Cinder. These were definitely the most different swatches that I compared, but in my defense, it was hard to tell in the pan. Distilled is a mid-toned brown shimmer, while Cinder is a light brown shimmer with very highly reflective silver reflex. And finally, we have Bucked and Twig. Bucked is a yellow-toned neutral matte, while Twig is a cool-toned matte, but they're both a similar shade. I also debated on comparing, Bucked to Birch, but Birch is very, very yellow. It might oxidize to something similar to Bucked. If I had more space to swatch and compare, I probably would have, but I have the 10, so I used all 10. But yeah, these were the swatches. So if this is where you leave me, thank you so much for watching up until this point, but if you'd like to see how I got this lovely eye look, keep on watching. I need to add something decorum-wise to this wall. I'm back. Eyes are primed, and I'm gonna do a palette comparison between the Urban Decay Naked Reloaded and the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette, so let's get going. I left the swatch, let me turn and pivot. I left the swatches that I did on my arm previously. That way hopefully you can like see and reference them throughout the video. I feel like that's smart. So like I said, I have my eyes primed. I'm using my P. Louise base. And I'm just gonna stamp some of Bucked in my crease on my P. Louise side. As you can see, my setup has changed. Moving on up in the world here, things have been different since my last video, which I know was a while ago. I am so sorry. I know, it's like I'm back, I'm gone. I'm back, I'm gone. I apologize for the inconsistency. I also apologize for not stopping while talking. Going in with Twig on my ABH side. Need to find my old filming habits, get back into it. The giveaway, a winner by the way, just before we get too far into this video, was announced. She was contacted, she has her gift card. So if you're here looking for that, I'm so sorry. It's done. But I will be doing more giveaways soon. I actually have one picked out for, depending on when this video is released, because I am filming, pre-filming. Not this next video, maybe the one after? I have a couple things lined up. I have been scripting videos, I just haven't been filming them. So whenever things line up, you'll know what it is because there'll be a giveaway in it, so I got you. Yeah, I put all this preparation into that, but not sitting down and seeing what everything sets up. I knew I should have put like this or my calendar like right here. I knew it. So these are the creases so far. Obviously this is far more cool than this one, but we knew based on the swatches that, I almost said tweak, that Twig, there's Twig and Teak next to each other. That Twig was going to be more cool. So I feel like as the look comes around, since everything else is very similar, it's gonna come around. This isn't gonna be the end all be all of the look. This isn't the beginning of the end. I need to look at the lens. The lens is right there. Not the lens, but you know, the lens, the camera. The camera's right there. I film on my phone. I don't have like a lens. I'm not taking it back to 2016 YouTube where it's like, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the viewfinder. I don't have that. All right, staying on the Anastasia side, I'm going in with Dystopian. I'm just putting that on the outer third. There was not any fallout with that. I was very surprised. There is some in the pan. I just expected there to be a lot more on my face. Moving on to Naked Reloaded. Moving on to Endgame. Once again in the outer third. There is a little bit more fallout happening here. don't think you guys can see it though. But once again, for like a dark matte shade, it's not too bad. I'm gonna do something pretty stupid, but maybe pretty fun. I wanna blend these out, like really, really blend these out with the pinks in the palette. Brush fell off the handle. All right. Staying on with my Naked Reloaded side, I'm going into Retro. Put that in the crease, and I am blending out this outer third with it. Might take a dip into Bucked, just to help it a little. Kind of lost a lot of endgame, so I'm gonna go back in, just kind of darken it up, taking that blending brush with no additional product, fluffing it right over. I don't think that's too bad. All right, let's do the same to the Anastasia side with Bloom. Just stamping this. This being the darker pink, it also is a little bit more pigmented. My phone is on its last legs in terms of space because I am constantly sending TikToks to my friend and then never deleting them. So I can only record about 10 minutes of footage and then I have to get it onto my computer. So let's pick up where we left off. So I kind of have created like a little bit of like a line of demarcation right here. So I'm gonna go back and once again add more of that dark brown right there. This is just like a pointer now. It's no longer a brush. It's fine. I'm gonna go with a slightly more dystopian, excuse me. I know, fat man. My cat is in here and he is desperate to get up on my lap. So this is a little bit more blown out than this one. I think I'm actually just gonna level out this one. So I'm gonna add a little bit more pink retro. Yeah, I think I'm gonna blow it out some more with some retro and endgame. Let me start with endgame. Too much endgame, but that's fine. We're going on a journey. We're testing that like no fallout claim I made, which I mean, hey, no, not a whole lot. Some right here, but both sides are doing pretty good with these really dark, cool browns. All right, going in with some retro. I'm just gonna stamp it on top of that line. Then we're just gonna work our way around. Excuse me, the allergies here. I'm just dying. So where have I been for the past couple months? I am maybe finally officially starting my new position. I won't be doing like, oh, I'm shaking everything. Wow, I'm so sorry about that. Maybe finally starting a new position. It won't be what I thought it was gonna be. It's gonna be a new position, so that'll be fun. Currently, I've been taking like a career development course. That's actually been like a blast. Apparently it's been about 2 weeks, and apparently you can already see some changes in like my everyday life with it. So that's great that it's affecting me outside of work for the better. Gonna blend out a little bit right here. That might have been a mistake. It's fine, it's fine. Since I have everything up so high on both sides, I'm gonna stay on this side. I'm gonna take some Angel Fire and put it right in my brow bone. Thank you, Splice. But yeah, I like it. Shiny, shiny, nice. And Angel Fire I compared to Pearl. So I'll put that over here. Ooh, okay. Just gonna go in with a little bit of Bloom on this side. Bring some of that pink back into the crease. What I do to one side, I gotta do to the other. So same over here with Retro. Looking straight ahead, I don't think these look too different. What do you guys think? I don't think these are too bad. All right, let's move on to like Shimmer. Aside from work, I've been getting back into like fitness. I've been running. That's new. I've never been a runner unless I've like had to, like for soccer or anything like that, and even then it hasn't been like great. But I started an app called Couch to 5K, and it's okay. I'm on week 3, so it's like an equal amount of like walking and running. I think I'm gonna have to do this week twice to get like the full effects, where I'm just like, yeah, I can safely move on to week 4 without dying. but I'm doing it. I'm running. Help. I got too excited about my running to even start on my eyeshadow, so going in with Reputation on my inner corner, kind of a softer gold. It's cute. I like it. Just putting that on this like half of my eyelid. I'm bringing that all the way to where my outer third is, where it starts being a little bit more dispelled, but I'm not really merging the two. And then on my ABH side, I'll be doing that with Steampunk. Steampunk is a little bit more foiled, but there is a little bit more fallout with that. There wasn't really a whole lot of fallout on this side, but with how foiled this side is, it makes it back in the Naked Reloaded side. There's just something about Anastasia's shivers. Wow. There is just something about Anastasia's shimmers, you know? All right, I think that is as built up as this side is going to be. So while I'm still here, I'm gonna take Reputation. Yes, Reputation. I was like, was it Reputation or Burn? Because in the pan, they look slightly different, but I compared them to do two different shadows, so I just want to make sure I'm doing the right shades for the comparison. I'm just slapping Reputation right down the middle and kind of softly blending it on either side. All right, and then Reputation I compared to Rose Quartz, which is slightly more of a pink, so we'll see how this goes. All right, there's a little bit of fallout on the side, a smidge on the side, but not too different. You can kind of tell that this pink is lighter. Kind of, I'm not sure how it looks from a distance. I'm not sure if you can really tell. All right, I'm going to finish up just my face, like my bottom lash line. I'm not gonna do too much. I'm just gonna finish up everything and then I'll be right back. I'm back, and this is the final look. I will say this side is definitely more reflective, shiny, vibrant, both in and both like on camera. I was gonna say both in and outside, but that makes literally no sense. Both on camera, I feel, and in real life, I feel like grab makeup for this. Let me grab makeup. Let me grab a mirror. Get my words right. Let me grab a mirror for this. I feel like the Naked Reloaded side is more subdued. I like it. It's sweet. It's cute. It's a cute moment, but compared to the Sultry side, Sultry just has like that wow factor, I feel like, in the shimmers. It's interesting. I feel like for a $25 palette, Naked Reloaded is really good. I would not buy Naked Reloaded full price if I'm going to be honest, and we don't know when or if Sultry is coming back. I feel like these color stories are very, very similar. So if you've been wanting Sultry and you kind of want, you know, a dupe, the dupiest that dupe can be, with how not really stand out-ish these shimmers are, I'd pick up Naked Reloaded. But I want to know what you think down below. Let me know your thoughts, let me know your opinions, let me know what you would like to see from a video down below. And yeah, I love you all. I will see you guys in my next video, which will be coming out very soon. Bye!